Hello, this is Hellsenstrat. Welcome back to this PBEM Vs Jochen Combat. Now today we'll be watching the combat replay for December 30th, 1941. And we got a juicy one for you today. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we're heading into the New Year's, trying to make as much gains as we can, landing lesser our troops. Trying to extend our operation of control further into the South Pacific. Alright, so we captured Jolo, which becomes a ASW base for me. Still loaded that last of the 11th Air Base Force at, I want to say it's San Fernando, is where that one is. Alright, so I-71 runs into a patrol craft way out here, which seems kind of weird. We don't get any indications that there's anything else, so I don't know if he's on strict ASW there or if he's escorting something, but yes. So we run into patrol craft Tanny here. So a little far out for doing a regular ASW patrol, so I'm thinking he actually has some other ships with him, so. Alright, so we've had these guys trying to bomb Chungking at night for like a week, and this finally they get through and it storms, and then half of them get lost. Half the ones going to Lashio get lost. We switch them over. We don't do anything. It's mainly just to keep him guessing and try to get as little much damage on Lashio. We got lucky if he flew anything in, but I don't think he will. So our first of the unlost sallies, we run in. I think we take out a couple. So moderate rain. So we destroy one SB3 on the ground and get another 2 damage, which is actually pretty impressive when you consider in, like, you know, that was 10 bombs for 3 aircraft. So they must have had no things like stacked wing to wing like we did at Pearl, or they did at Pearl. We did at Pearl. I guess I'm American. I guess I can say that. They did at Pearl in this one. All right, second attack, not very good. I left APD Hishu here. I probably shouldn't have, but it has some ASW capabilities, and if he wants to put him into a dot base or a base in shallow water, I'm perfectly fine with him doing that instead of. I did move the cruiser mine layer out because it didn't have any ASW, but I had a feeling he would move him there. All right, trying to get the rest of the 2nd Division landed at Japol. Alright, Task Force 83 is reacting to something. I wonder what that could be. They haven't caught up with them yet. But our scouting planes apparently have found something of interest that way. Naval movement. Alright, sweeping all the mines at Merak. We have a task force just sitting right on top of one of my subs and it just ignores it. And hello, nurse. So hello, Houston and friends. So we got 1 heavy cruiser, 3 light cruisers, and 4 destroyers. First 2 light cruisers, a battleship, and a destroyer. Japanese ships open fire on surprise Allied forces. So we'll let this go on for just a little bit. We're already right there. Mutsu puts a 40 centimeter shell hit into Houston. Put a 40 centimeter shell hit into the De Ruyter. This dude does pretty good. Like, I think he puts a 40 centimeter shell hit into the Thracian. We're down like 6,000 yards already, right? For some reason, my light cruisers choose not to launch their torpedoes. I have no idea why the Kuma and them do not launch torpedoes, which kind of sucks because, yeah, that would have been great. Muto actually takes a fairly decent amount of hits, but they do not really go through the armor. I'm pretty sure, like, he went to pick up fuel, but these guys couldn't have much in the way of ammo left. So we'll fast forward this. On my side, about the only thing that really takes anything is the Hatsuki, the destroyer, the Hatsuki. But as you can tell, we sink Houston outright, we sink the Dragon outright, and we do pretty much damage to all the other ships, except maybe Vendetta. So we take 11 shell hits on Mutsu, we take 1 shell hit on the Kuma, 3 on the Tatsu, and 4 on the Hatsuki, and they put her on fire. We get confirmed 3 Seagulls destroyed, and like I said, confirmed Houston is sunk, confirmed Dragon is sank. Dave Reader did take that 140 centimeter hit, but it said it was the superstructure, so it hit the top part, so I don't think it did a whole bunch of damage. Probably just a lot of system damage. Durban takes 5. Vendetta's the only one that got away without any hits. You know, Scout took 2, then it took 1, Thracian took 5, and is on fire. So all in all, we'll call that a good turn. So we have avenged ourselves on him sinking those, what about 7 ships? So, and I'm willing to bet those 2 ships probably cost as much as everything he sank, right? All right, so he's got some ships at Kopay, which is interesting. All right, we're just going to fast forward this a little bit. All right, bombing Clark just to make sure he doesn't build any more forts. It's probably got level 2, level 3. So we just want to keep his. My goal is to keep it at 50, minimum of 50% damage now. He's got to have a lot of engineers there. We do start bombing Bandit Egg. And get a 139 destroyed on the ground. Much more damaged. So not much in the way of hits, but pretty far distance. We're gonna probably move those forward next turn. We don't get much in the way of air raids in Northeast China this turn. Fortunately, the weather probably shuts down a lot of our air attacks, which means he gets full movements on a lot of those units, which sucks. Makes it hard to catch people if they're moving just as fast as you are, right? Alright, let's fast forward this a little bit. Alright, get some forces there, Cyan. So that's pretty much it. Land attack will take Jakarta. That means anything south of that line, or I guess I should say anything east of that line is stuck on that side of the island. Anything west of that line is stuck on the west. So everything should be moved into Bandit Egg by now.
Misguided friends, this is your #1 enemy, Orphan Anne, from Radio Tokyo, with another blow to your morale and some music to console you. Today, the Imperial government announced that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Jakarta.
Now, I've actually been to Jakarta while I was in the Navy, so we actually made port call there. That's why I count Indonesia as one of the countries that I've been to. All right, Farman Clark Field here. I think we're about even. We got more probably artillery than he does. This is this point now is just we'll do a little bit weaken him up, but it's mainly we'll burn supply, but it's mainly to start burning his supply until we get more forces into the area. He's got about 1600 AV. I would like to have about 3K before I attack that. So fast forward this. It's going to take forever because there are so many forces there. Yep. So we got about 1,000. He's got about 1,600. I want about 5 more divisions before I attack here. So minimum, probably. As you take, we took 26 casualties. He's at 30. So He's got a pretty good amount. Which, I mean, it means he's pretty much emptied everything else, which is okay. That means I can capture the rest of this, and then he won't have much in baton. Alright, we'll take the Travo, and then we'll start marching on Sorbeha. We'll take Saidar. Alright, do another attack at Sambis. We destroyed 3 of these skulls, so we get the Westville Battalion. Sarek retreats, we get the Punjab Battalion and the Sambis Force. The other ones, all 3 retreat. So we'll probably move 1 to pursue these guys. And then we'll probably take another one of these guys off and probably start landing at Sendai Expanse to 2, Palabang. We'll probably drop the one that we're going to use for Tarakan off, right? So we want to get the 3 divisions for Tarakan together. And nope. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes it freaks out if I hit escape too quick. And one more day in December. I'd say we'd be through our first full month, but since we started on the 7th, you know, we got 3 weeks in. Training ship crews, disbanding human control task force, adjusting aviation support, land unit replacement, air unit replacement phase, merging subunits, subunit merge complete. Alright, so more fighters arriving at Tokyo. 28th Mountain Gun Regiment arrives at Harbin. This little fragment of the 2nd SMF, which is already full, I don't understand why it showed up there. But we get a decent amount of reinforcement turns. So we get some base forces that will help us build up forts here. They're not really strong. They're pretty weak. We get a small Khoi. More importantly, we get the 17th Independent Regiment, which will become the garrison for Manila. All right, so let's take a look at the turn. Aircraft losses this turn was 3 to 12. I have no idea why this says 6 seagulls on the ground. Now, we know we got 3 from Houston, which could have been more or not, but I did not see anything else that could have carried seagulls in that fight that would have sank. So unless, like, some of these were at Pananeg when we bombed it, I don't know how we got 7 or 6 of these on the ground this turn. I'm putting this up as it's got to be fog of war. We're claiming 3 of the 139s, 2 on the ground and 1 ops losses. We did lose a Dina. We did lose a Sally 2. We lost a Glenn over off the coast of San Diego. We did take it out another Catalina 4, which is great. I think pretty sure these are the ones, these are Dutch, so it's good, but it's not, could be better, right? He did lose a Wearway to Flak, which I'm guessing he flew those are out of Sorbeha. That's where it got shot down. We did shoot another Do 24 down, which is even better. These things are good long-range things. And we got one of the SB3s destroyed on the ground over here at Chungking. All right, ship sunks this turn. All right, so we know for sure we got the Houston and the Dragon. That's the 2 that are showing up. Dragon does not carry aircraft, so it couldn't be from that. And the Houston at max carries 4. So I'm not sure where those other 3 came from. Confused. All right, but either way, that takes us at for what, 58 points. All right, now let's take a look. All dates. Get rid of Japanese ships. Ones that we lost would have been on the 27th. So this is the what he sank in that turn, which were 20, 4, 8, 32, 36 points. So basically, this shooting down Houston was even. Dragon puts us ahead. Ground points, we get another about 200 points to 14. We'll take that all day. And if we go take a look, we don't have any spotting on them. I'm hoping that after this battle, the damaged ships retreat towards Darwin. So these guys are going to pursue this way and try to catch up to them. I'm hoping they're damaged enough that these cruisers can catch up to them. Hatsuki is the only one that took any damage for us. It's still on fire a little bit. The system damage makes me worry about that. But we're going to go ahead and recombine him with the other battleships. Hope they can help fight it. But you can tell Mutsu took 11 shell hits and no damage. This is like most of this, like the engine damage and like one of the system damage, was probably from the full speed run, if anything. Kuma and Tatsuda took nothing. So most of the hits I think that these guys took were probably from anti-aircraft fire, nothing big, and the rest of it just bounced off of Mutsu's armor. So very nice. We'll take that all day. So, I believe Mutsu was one of my more advanced battleships, so that's good. We're moving more subs into the area, more subs down here. These guys are going to continue this way. These guys are probably going to come visit Kopang, I'm thinking. Sorry, my dogs are going nuts. If we take Chapo, we need one more turn, so we'll pull the air combat and all them out this turn. They're going to start heading south over here, and then we're going to start loading up forces to land at Makassar and ramping like that under cover of the Nikiti Batai. This guy's still sitting here. I'm guessing that's like a ASW force or something, which is weird. These guys covered, so they're gonna probably head down and get Banjanag mines. The sub here lost a little bit more on the float damage. Very, very scary. It's crippled. Got it on. Remain on scent. We're gonna try to get him into Trevo, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It's gonna be close. So, yeah, I think next turn we'll probably on the yep. So hopefully next turn these guys will get. It's on the first. We'll take Batavia. We're gonna start moving these guys in. We'll bombard and see how many. Looks like he got almost everything in there. So he's gonna have almost 800 AV. So unfortunately, does not look like we'll be able to do a fast take of all of Jakarta. We'll probably just start. Good news is once we take Batavia, we've cut Sword Bay off, so he's going to only have whatever supply he has in there. Hopefully it's not a whole bunch, but should probably get an attack going on Kuala Lumpur this turn. These guys are multiple days out. Again, we're trying to clean up Malaya. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take Moulmein this turn, and then these guys will start heading towards Pegu and Rangoon. And as you can tell, he's got a lot of stuff in Lashio now. He's up to 26 units, 187 guns. So he's moving units out of Chongqing. He's only got 60,000 troops there now. So he's moved a good chunk out heading north, which is good. We want this. So got a pretty good amount of Air Force still in Chongqing. Mostly probably all the Chinese Air Force, but it's pretty good. 39th Division here will start cleaning these guys up. They'll probably move up to here and then this way, and they'll use these to clean these guys up. I will probably move something into here just to keep them pinned down. As you can tell, we got a lot of force heading this way. Start taking Nanyang, or not Nanyang, but start moving up towards Nanking. We finally got our armor here. They'll do an attack this turn, trying to crush these guys, and we're just going to continue to try to catch as much and do as much damage to these guys as we can, and pull as much forces away from the south as we can. So at some point this will be our main thrust. Kuelin. Would love if he pulled more forces out of Kuelin. I would love to be able to do a paradrop on Kuelin. I think he learned his lessons against Lodric, and that won't leave these bases completely uncovered. Like Kukong, he's pulled out of completely. That's nothing. So this is still tempting. 9,000 troops, 24 guns. Only problem is that's going to be wooded terrain. Yeah, we'll see. I would love to cut the rail line out of here so he can't retreat using the rail to Tunyan, but we'll see. Eventually we will push our way up this way and make a push on Tunyan and Kuelin from the south, and try to cut and pocket these guys as much as we can. So we'll do another second double thrust once we get as many of these forces here. We'll do one out of Indochina, and then we'll do another one up through Inchang and into the area of Chengte as we get forces available. Looks like he's pulling the last forces out of Yan'an as well. And oh, this force. So we took this hex, so he couldn't move in because he didn't have hexag control, I don't think, and it bumped this guy teleported south, which sucks. But it is what it is. And that's going to be pretty much it. Kiribatai is still undetected. We have finished loading up the forces at Macon, so they will be heading for Canton. He has no indication of these guys, so these guys will probably head this way this turn. This guy's going to head south, and then we will try to make a strike on Palmyra Christmas this year in like 2 turns. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can get there without being detected. We're within 21. Oh yeah. 7. Be close to get to Christmas. Yeah, so be close even if I do a full speed run. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, still have not seen anything going into New Zealand or Australia with our subs, which seems unlikely, but it is what it is. We're starting to get more subs into the area. In 2 turns, we'll be adding 4 more subs to the area between Pago Suva and Australia. See if we get some there. We haven't seen really anything other than that one shot at the force at Prince of Wales, which I think he was retreating up to Bombay. So I haven't seen anything there. So that's the state of the game. I think we were about 1,100 points last turn. Now we are within 1,000. So they're made about 100 points of gains there. Again, 17th Independent will now land at Batangas and then move into Manila and cover that force. We will also be loading up this turn or next turn, probably the forces for Miri, but not like basically all these bases. All the forces that we're going to go there, loading all the forces for Mindanao. But leave Mindanao is going to be a couple turns off. Ground reinforcements, we're looking for 12 days, 2 weeks for Mindanao. So there is that. And 14th guards need the 6 guards div in 46 days. Those guys will head this way. And 5th guard calved 60 days. That would give us the 5th guards division. I might hold off since that will. But we haven't had. The problem is, it's like I was hoping to be able to buy out some of these units over here from China for Philippines, but we're not looking good here. Guardsmen's Brigade needs what, 747? So 6, technically 6 days. 6 days we'll be able to buy them out. And they're going for ADAC. I was hoping for ship availability. ETA, when Shoho show up for air cover for you. Get Takakazi in 12 days, Shoho's in 26 days. So, alright. So basically the end of January, we'll be able to launch our Aleutian attacks. We're going to use Shoho for cover. We'll probably take... yeah, no, put this... We'll upgrade these to zeros, and we'll probably drop you... We might leave these guys on. Yeah. We use them. We have 2 battleships, I believe, and 4 DDs in the area right now. These are short-ranged. I hope to get a little bit better. I think we got some more. Yeah, we got 2 more destroyers over here. Basically, I'm just anything we have in the home isles. Tama. Light cruisers. Oi. And a couple more destroyers, yeah. So we got a pretty decent amount of force that's going to be able to escort our Aleutian attack. So right now we're looking at about 2-3 task force. I believe, yep. Yeah, about 3 surface task forces that we'll be able to use. And I believe, well, we're getting 1 destroyer for that time period. Takakaze, that's it, yeah. And then we don't get anything super exciting for another 50 days. 73 days, 87 days. And I want to say, yeah, May and June are when we get a new model in May as well. Oh, damn. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 destroyers on the 1st of June that are Habuki 1 classes. Ugh. I mean, not the worst, but I was hoping for more modern destroyers. There's an Z. That's much better. Got Type 2 jet charges. Nice. Gugumas, those are good. I'll take those. When is... There, he goes in July. Damn. You know... We accelerated you. I think we get you in June or July too. The reason we accelerated this, because this is one of our first ones that gives us radar. So this will join Mini Kitty Butai, I believe. We get that in June. When do we get our upgrades? Take a look. This probably be the last thing we do. I want to say Akagi upgrades in July. And that doesn't actually give us radar. I think it's a Shikako in that. We don't get radar until 443. April of 43. That's so bad. But I believe the Shikaku and Zukaku, their first upgrades in June give us radar. Yep. Alright. So in June we get 2 carriers with radar, which means I might put the Oyato with Mini Kitty Butai, because they will have it there. And that's, yeah. So alright guys, we'll go through Sigget real quick. Not a bunch. That's going to be the forces coming south here. Yep. In ops losses, nothing super exciting here. Like I said, we got a bunch of reinforcements. 35th Division's almost where it can be rebuilt and sent back out. Palembang and Sendai go up, and that's about it. So, this is bad. Temporary flotation repairs, failing board I-56. Don't really want to use it, lose it, but we might. And then, yep, we lost I-26 Glen, which sucks. But it is what it is. So guys, I will catch you guys later. Hopefully we get the 31st, yeah. Hopefully by next weekend. I am moving, so I can't promise anything, but hopefully we will have the new year ring in by next weekend. Y'all, later.